it's Wednesday afternoon, May 1st. I'm on my way back up by my brother-in-law Craig. My second week of turkey hunting actually started today, but the last couple of days the weather really sucked. There was rain. I got a bird last week. I'm not really too thrilled about hunting in the rain early in the week. So even though this is opening day today of my second week, I'm driving up first today. So we'll see you up by Craig's. Yeah, we got one standing. How long is he or she gonna watch? Look at that. Testing us. She can hear the noise, but the truck ain't moving. Not sure what to do. Ooh, we got another one moving over here too. They're young ones. That one's going to stay in the wood line. The other one just ran off. There they go. Cool. A lot of standing water on the sides of the road here too. Yeah, we got standing water in the road here. Must have had pretty good rain here. Wonder what Craig's yard's going to look like. Okay. Ooh-wee. We're going to go this way. Well, so far deja vu as compared to last week's turkey hunt. We're starting out with the exact same elements that we had last week. We're driving in, seeing deer, and seeing no turkey anywhere in the fields. Our hunt has been delayed by a day because of the inclement weather due to heavy storms and rains. And last but not least, we've got a lot of standing water again. Well, we're here. Alright, it's May 2nd, Thursday afternoon. We had kind of a wet morning. I kind of hunkered down in the trailer, worked on some video. It cleared up, hasn't been raining for a while, still overcast. But we're heading out to some public hunting where we harvested that last bird last week. And we're going to see if we can't take one of the other two toms that was with them. So, just on our way out now. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Figure we're going to hunt about 4 hours. Whoa, there we got turkeys. Are they running? They're skittish. They are skittish. They were heading this way, and the minute I stopped, they took off for cover. Nice beards. All three of them. Look at those. Those are some huge toms. You saw it. 3 huge paintbrush toms. You see them beards? Man, they were coming across. The minute I slammed on the brakes and stopped, they turned tail and ran for cover. They're pretty skittish. This is week 3 of the hunt now. I got to keep that in mind. They've been hunted 2 to 3 weeks now. Well, that fires me up. Those 3 toms, it's afternoon, they're without hens, and they're out and about. That's a plus. That just raised my expectation level for this afternoon. gotta hustle up, get my blind. I just had a response from out to my, how would that be, out to my east, southeast. I want to get set up and make a couple of calls. In fact, as we're going, as we're heading to my spot, I'm going to stop, make another call here so it sounds like the bird's going this way. Alright, when I was coming in, we had a call response to my yelps coming from the southeast. Alright, we're just going to do a couple puts and purrs, kind of content sounds now, and then we're just going to sit and wait. That bird could have been moving towards my last call, which means he may come in from here. Well, it's 3:45, and it's deader than a doornail. We heard those two yelps respond to our call as we were walking in from way off in the southeast, and that's all we've heard. We're on top of a high ridge here, so that the sound goes out further, but no luck. So, we're going to give it 45 minutes till 4:30. And I'm going to go through an aggressive set of hen calls. And then we're just going to shut up and wait 45 minutes till 4:30, and then we're going to pack it in. We were successful in the morning out here, but not in the afternoon. So, all right. I just heard something. They're coming in from behind me where I was sitting, facing that way. Yeah, boy. This ought to get interesting. I'm going to make the sound. I'm going to make some calls, make it sound like it's coming from over there. See if I can't drag him in here. I don't see him, but I can hear him. Alright, let's settle in and see what happens. Sure it's a hen, but I don't want to scare it off. I just can't pick it up visually, but I can hear it. I'm hoping you're hearing the butts. Having that live hen behind me, I gotta keep an eye out in this direction in case some top would happen to come in. Well, it's now 4:10. We've been going back and forth with those hens for about 25 minutes. I'm not sure if it's one or two hens. It sounds like they cross from that stand of pine groves into this one. And that there's one below me on the hill, and maybe one went through and is further southeast of me. Maybe we get lucky and a gobbler comes in with all this hen activity. But I certainly don't want them to bust me and run off from this area. I'd like to come back tomorrow morning. We had success in the morning, and now we've made contact in the afternoon. stick it out till 5 o'clock. I'm wondering if that hen doesn't have a nest over there, someplace west of me. Because we picked it up out of that other pine grove back here, and then it came all the way around. I'm on a high ridge here in the pine grove, sitting on top. This thing came down low, came out of that other pine grove back there, came down low all the way around. I could hear it. And it came over here, and it's been over here for a while. I wonder if it doesn't have a nest in the area. Alright, that's it for today. We'll be out here tomorrow morning again. We've contacted birds in this area in the afternoon, have that hen. And in the morning, we had a hen with the 3 toms. So the fact that we've got hens around here is a plus. Maybe the toms will be roosting in the area and they'll move through again tomorrow. We'll get lucky and harvest one tomorrow morning. So, long walk out. Having a little breakfast, a little bacon, egg, and cheese pocket, cup of coffee. And we're heading out to public hunting again. We had a little action yesterday afternoon with some hens. And we did harvest a bird last week out at this spot. So we're going to go back, and hopefully we got some toms out there this morning. We'll see you out in the field. Alright, we're here. Time to go to work. We're set up in the same spot we were last week when we harvested our bird. Alright, it's 5:30 in the morning. We're running about 15 minutes late, but we're settled in. Just heard our first gobble out to the southeast, quite a ways out. I'm showing you into the woods there, straight out that way. Sounded like he got closer. I switched to my sunglasses. We got 2 gobblers out that way, which would be southeast of me. The gobbler that we heard to my west, I haven't heard nothing. Well, let's just sit here for a half hour, see what happens with those gobblers. That was a closer gobble. Let's just give him a hen yelp and see how he responds. Okay, now we let him know we're interested. Let's see what happens. he's interested. He's coming. Keep coming, buddy. Keep coming. We're going to give him 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to do some soft putts and purrs. And I'm going to angle it so it sounds like the bird's moving further away. Now we sit and wait. They seem to be hung up out there, or getting a little quieter. I can still hear them out there. They're a little further away than they were the first time. Well, the morning went from the possibility of being a quick, successful hunt to one of a lesson in sportsmanship. I hear some yelping, which would be south of me. I'm almost waiting to hear a shotgun blast down there. It sounds like another caller down here. Well, I'm 100% sure now. We had another hunter down there. His yelps keep coming from the same spot. Alright, it's 7 o'clock and we moved to an alternate site. Like I said, I didn't want to bust that guy's hunt. I set up at 5:30 and start calling. I had some birds coming in, and then I heard some yelping, and the birds kind of hung up by me, and then they moved off by that yelping, and I thought, I lost them to a hen. And then the longer I sat there and listened, I made some calls and that. They kind of came back in my direction and moved back. And the more I listened to that yelping, the more I realized that that was a mouth call. And it was coming from the exact same spot every time. So there was another hunter in there. You know, I do practice sportsmanship. So the guy was in there. I was crowding him. I came in second. Because I never saw anybody go by me to set up. So he must have been in there. And then when I was walking out, I did see a white truck parked, because when I went in, I kind of cut across the field to pick up the trail to go down by the trees. And walking out, I walked the trail almost all the way back to the road. That's when I saw the white truck parked. I wish the guy best of luck. I hope that he harvests one of those toms that were gobbling. So anyways, we moved to another public hunting. If we come up empty, we're going to head back by my brother-in-law. We'll settle in a little bit, have a nice lunch, and we'll hunt the afternoon on his land and see what happens. What I'm doing now is I'm kind of looking for a spot where I can kind of brush myself in a little bit. And the other alternate hunting sites, they just didn't pan out. So you know what? Tomorrow morning, we start all over again. Here we've seen a lot of turkeys on Craig's property on the trail cams over the last couple of days, but they're not here on a daily basis. They're here one day, a couple days later they come through, a couple days later. But I let Kevin go out there. Kevin is out there trying to harvest one with his bow. So he got a blind set up last night out near the food plot area, and I figure, why crowd him? I got my bird already. He can only hunt this weekend, so I'm letting him hunt here. So I'm headed back to public ground. So finish my breakfast here and get out there early this morning. We'll see you out there.
Here.
It's 5 to 5. I'm all set up, ready to go. I didn't see any other vehicle in here. As far as I know, I'm the only hunter in here. It's 20 after 5. And we're going to simulate a fly down and some putts and purrs as those birds are on the ground getting ready to start their day. I just called at 5:20. It's 5:25. We just picked up our first gobble out in that direction. Alright, I just discovered I got 2 gobblers. I got one out in that direction, and I got one down here that seems to be a little closer. Them gobblers are hung up out there. There's some hens out there with them. Maybe if I get that hen coming in this direction, if I get like a raspy, bossy hen over here, that hen might come in and the toms may follow. Let's keep our fingers crossed. We got action again this morning here. This is my hot spot this year. I need to sit here for 20 minutes without calling and see if they're inquisitive enough to move in here and check it out. I do have a second option, but I don't like utilizing it on public ground. I bring out my gobbler call and I make it sound like a gobbler moved in with the hens over here. Just do some demure yelps and then a gobble or two. There are 2 response options to that calling sequence I did. 1, the gobbler's toms come rushing in to kick that gobbler's butt over here. Or 2, the hens take their time and they come to check out the tom that's here. Maybe my gobble was too strong. Didn't sound beatable. I can hear some yelps out there. I don't hear the gobblers anymore. And it's going to take a while for the hens to come here. If the hens move in, those gobblers may just follow in quiet. You always want to be beatable in the woods. You don't want to be a dominant buck, a dominant turkey. You always want to sound beatable. That'll bring them in. If you sound dominant, and they take off. Or they just don't come in to challenge you. I can hear the hens out there.
they're calling more aggressive. I think option 2 is what's going to happen. It's going to take a while for them to come in. And then there's no guarantees that the tom's going to follow. So we may be in for a long sit here this morning, but we've got action. Now the waiting game might pay off a little more. They think there's a tom over here. The hens are quiet. The tom's breeding the hens. They may start thinking about coming over here. And we got the sun peeking through. It's now 6:32. I haven't called in like 20 minutes. Now the sun finally broke through. Clouds are breaking up. It's 7 a.m. right now. Birds are really skittish. They're not coming into the calls. 3 weeks into the hunt, and they're hanging up, and they want the hens to come to them. About 3 minutes after 8, I just picked up a gobble way out. What would it be, my southeast direction? Let's give it some loud yelps, see what happens. Settling and wait. I got my fingers crossed that one of them gobblers is going to come checking out this area late morning. We're going to be here.
And while I was relaxing, snacking, taking in nature's views around me, it only took a split second to change everything. I suppose the suddenness of the change had a lot to do with what happens next. Hey, where did those birds come from?
That bird. That bird was in here so quick. He just came over my left over the hill, real quiet, not making a sound. I was shooting beef footage of birds and everything else. All of a sudden, here he comes with a hen. I don't know how I missed that bird. I was right. He came back late morning. It was worth the wait to sit. I don't know if the calling will even bring him back, but that'd be something if it does. Yeah, we're going to sit and wait another hour. Get a second shot at this bird. Unbelievable if it happens. How did I miss that shot? It was about 10 after 10 when he's coming back. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I got a second shot at that tom and I got him. I can't believe it. I called him in a second time. This is where I was sitting right here. And I had trouble picking him up in the shade here and that. I think that's why I might have missed that first shot. I was just too rushed. But I got him the second time. I couldn't believe I called him back in. And there were more of them out there. The first time it was just, he came over this crest of this ridge with a hen right here. And I was so shook up. I was moving so quick trying to get the camera lined up and everything else. And I missed the shot and he went off into the woods. And I thought, what do I got to lose? I'll just keep calling. And I was able to call him back. And I got a second shot at him and got him. But there were other birds out there, other gobblers. Unbelievable. Very fortunate harvest for me. Getting a second shot like that after missing the first one. Wow. I don't know what to say. I can't believe I called him back in. In fact, I was kind of giving up, you know. And I saw this semicircle of the tail fan. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What a hunt. One for the record books. Called the same bird in twice. Missed the first time, got him on the second shot. Wow. Unbelievable. I waited around a long time for this bird. We made contact early this morning on the fly down out of the roost. And they just hung up. They wouldn't come in, wouldn't come in. And I figured I'm sticking this out. It's a nice day. Took a nap in the sun underneath the tree. This was amazing. 2 shots at the same bird. Missed the first one. Called them back in. Unbelievable.
and to harvest 2 birds in 2 weeks out of the exact same spot. Unreal. All right, we're going to score out this bird. First thing we're going to do is check the weight. All right, this bird comes in at 22 pounds, right on the button. All right, let's score the second thing, which will be the spurs. There we go. From the base, this one scores 1 and 1 1/4 for that one. And this one scores at 1 1/4. Both of the spurs in at 1 1/4 inches. Nice hooks too, nice and sharp points. Last thing to take a look at is going to be the beard. So from the base, right there, longest strands are going to be, so the vitals on the bird, 22 pounds, both spurs are 1 1/4 inches, identical, and the longest strand on the beard, 9 1/4 inches. We'll score this out right now, figure it out. So my handy calculator on my cell phone. The new age of turkey hunting. Good start to the 2019 Rappin' Outdoors 360 hunting season. We had the second week for our turkey hunt, and I bought extra tag for week 3, and I was able to tag out for the first time ever with 2 tags. So good start, big bird, scored out NWTF standards at 56.25. Nice bird. That's the end of this episode. If you like the episode, please go ahead and click on the like button. And if you're not already a subscriber, well, why not go ahead and subscribe? This way you won't miss any new upcoming episodes in our series. You won't have to wait for me to notify you via email or Facebook or whatever, or worry about me not contacting you and having to check all the time. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. And if you have any friends that you think may enjoy these videos, please go ahead and share it with them. As always, thanks for watching. And don't forget, subscribe, like, and share.